Oi, Katiri. Hatujamalizana na shule. Hatujamalizana na shule. Ujini pande kwanza. Hapa kuna shimo ndakana. Ujini pande kwanza. Shimo wapi? Hiyo ni hadithi nyingine. Na transport unaweka kwa video pia kidogo. Utapanda pesa hii. Umeenda hadithi nyingine. Kaza uone. Hapo mimi tu hapa ndio. Mumeenda kwa chaji? Wewe. Halo. Fungule hivi kabla. Ongozi wa kanisa hujatupea ruhusa kwenda huko. Hapo. Hapo.
Endelea. Sawa.
Mazi. Angalia nani hii shimo. Hapo huwezi weka shimo.
Nashukuru sana kwa nafasi hii. Tuko katika shule ya msingi ya Shamalago ambapo tunapanda miti. Na tunasema ya kwamba kila shimo pandwe ndani mti.
Kabisa.
Hiyo si ni sawa? Kila shimo afanywe
Yes, as you can see guys, we are at Shamalago Primary School. We as members from Advocacy for Climate Change. I'm here with my brother Ngosia. Maybe you can just tell us how is it the experience today?
Yeah, you can see the situation is good. We are trying to do some activity here, which is we are trying to go with the government initiative, the planting of trees. So we have planted the trees here at Shamalago Primary School. This exercise has gone well.
And maybe Mr. Ngosia, if you can just tell me, if you guys had a target, how many trees are you targeting to plant in this Shamalago Primary School for this tree planting day that was declared a public holiday by His Excellency Honorable William Samoei Ruto?
Okay, we are targeting to plant more than 100 trees at this school. At this school.
Yeah. And maybe if I can just ask you, are you also planning to go to other schools, maybe in these Amisi constituency of Shambakoko, to do the same exercise as good days goes on? Because this is a noble idea, this is a noble cause that you are doing. You are doing a very great job. You know, the world is turning green. You are greening the environment today, greening the world today. So, can you just tell us?
Yeah, we are also planning to go around the neighboring schools like Sanende, Kamulukuya, and even schools like Chapnayo if possible, and we shall be going to other schools which are even far from our area.
And maybe just the last question to you, Mr. Ngosia, maybe from the president's speech today at Kweni, what exactly are some of the key things that the president based on in, with the issues to do with climate change and afforestation and so on?
Okay. The president, according to the speech of the president, I heard about the conservation of our environment, and he talked about the planting of trees, and he explained well about making sure that we plant trees everywhere, including our homes, not even in schools, and but we plant even in market everywhere where there is space. Also, he encourage people also to plant also indigenous trees. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your time, Mr. Ngosia. My camera person, if you can just move with me. I want you to show guys what exactly this advocacy for climate change is doing here. Maybe there is somebody with the name Mr. Ronald Karakata. Maybe you can just move near. I want to talk to him a little bit. Mr. Ronald Karakata, you are here. Yes, sir. Thank you. I want just to talk to you a little bit. My friend, you are at Kibiri Forest, where we were led by the governor for VIHIGA County, Mr. Otichilo. We had the chairman for KWS, Mr. Korir was there, and he read a speech from the CS Soipantuya. And what are some of the key things that you got into that speech to do with this noble cause of tree planting today?
Okay, today we were successful. It was a very nice day. We were in Kibiri Forest that we planted a lot of trees. And we were with our governor, the governor of the county, Mr. Otichilo. Mr. Otichilo said, they have targeted Kenya, each county to plant tree, maybe 10% of its area, surface area. But with us here, in VIHIGA County, we have done a great move because we have covered our land with 35% of trees. And he promised that within the year 2030, something like that, he needs us to have covered 40% of our area with the trees. We make VIHIGA County greener. So he said, VIHIGA County is very green, and according to our president, the president say we plant trees to make this country green. And that's what we did there. Everybody was planting trees. The community around supported us very well. KWS, the Kenya police, together with the locals, we just came together with the CS of the VIHIGA County. Everybody was there planting the trees.
And maybe just my last question, Mr. Ronald. At Kibiri Forest, how many trees were planted today? Approximately how many trees? Or if you have the exact number, you can just tell us.
Approximation is almost 100,000 according to the Forest Service Commission. Almost 100,000 trees were planted today, which was a very great move in the Kibiri Forest and making it greener.
Oh, I'm sorry for wasting much of the time, but I also have another last question that has come just in my mind. I'm seeing you're doing this also noble cause in this Shamalago Primary School. I'm seeing members from advocacy for climate change that are here, and maybe you can just tell us how many trees are you guys targeting to plant here today?
Okay, at the moment, we are planning to plant like 100 trees because we were in Kibiri Forest. So we have exhausted a lot of time there, and we have planted their trees. So we just decided not to go home without planting something in our locality. So we decided to plant some trees in our own Shamalago Primary, of which you can see people around. The people, these guys, all members of the advocacy for climate change, together with the locals. We are also happy because some of the locals have just come to join us also, that we can plant some trees around. So we are targeting 100 trees today, but we still have a future for this place. Yeah, we have been promised that we'll be given a lot of seedlings, so we'll proceed planting trees here and in other schools around VIHIGA County.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Mr. Ronald. As you've heard Mr. Ronald telling us that the county government of VIHIGA is very much ready to collaborate with the residents of VIHIGA, with Advocates for Climate Change, CBO, to ensure that VIHIGA County is green and green and green forever. Thank you so much. My name is Dennis Habongo reporting for TREE News.
Oh, sawa.
Yeah, thank you. It is another quite wonderful evening that we are seeing here at Shamalago Primary School. Where we are taking place in this area. Oh yes, thank you. It's another quite wonderful evening at Shamalago Primary School where I'm seeing a number of activities that are taking place. I'm seeing guys are around here, around 50 people who are planting trees. And maybe I can just speak to one person who is near me here. I'm being informed by my current person that is the chairman of Advocacy for Climate Change that is taking this initiative in this area. Maybe you can just start by telling me what's your name?
My name is Douglas Kidusu, the chairman of Advocacy for Climate Change, community-based organization.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Douglas. Allow me to go to my first question. Mr. Douglas, what exactly is taking place in this area?
This is a tree planting campaign we are doing at this particular place of Shamalago Primary School, where we are carrying this activity as a whole.
Okay, Mr. Douglas, and if I may just ask you, how many trees are you guys targeting to plant here today? And are you guys being funded by somebody, or this is just something that you guys as members of Advocacy to Climate Change have decided to come here and do it from your own contribution and so on?
As a community-based organization, we don't have trees, but we are trying to look for stakeholders to give us some of the trees to plant. For now, we have tried to plant at least 500 trees at this particular school of Shamalago Primary School. And the activity is still going on. As you can see, we have people around doing that activity.
Okay, Mr. Douglas, and I was at Kibiri Forest also, and I also saw you. I wanted to interview there, but I did not get that opportunity. And maybe if I can just ask you, we've seen various leaders there who gave us speeches. We've seen the county commissioner, we've seen the governor, we've seen the area MP Honorable Charles Gimose, and maybe for just what they say today, what exactly, or what are the keywords that they based on this tree planting initiative today? What are some of the things that you as a person, as an individual, thought there's something that can be very good to the community?
I see these activities are very important exercise. As you can see, because of the climate, people should plant trees because of rain catchment. Another thing, we should plant trees for future generation and for our children to enjoy. Maybe the forest we are having, if we destroy it, we shall not be in a position of recovering the trees in the future to come.
Oh, Mr. Douglas, permit me to go to my last question. After doing Shamalago Primary School, are you guys also planning to extend to other regions and maybe Western region at large, VIHIGA County at large, and Misiko State at large, Mahoho area at large? What are your plans? What are long-term plans?
As you know very well that we started this program there earlier. We started with our home springs, that is our community springs, where we planted some of the trees where the water points are. Now we are devolving the activity to what the primary churches and even institutions. So I think our target is at least to plant at least 500 trees in every primary schools, nursery schools, colleges, secondary schools.
And Mr. Douglas, speaking of schools, do you have the exact statistics? How many schools are there in a Miss constituency that you are planning to visit and plant these trees?
I'm not very sure about the population of the schools, but approximately around 50 schools.
In the whole of Amisi?
In the whole of Amisi. And if we plant at least 500 stems in every school, then our target will be fulfilled.
And Mr. Douglas, maybe if I may just ask, you as Advocates for Climate Change CBO, if somebody wants to reach you on social media, do you have any social media pages that somebody can reach out to you?
We have Facebook, we have even our channel.
Do you have the names so that maybe our viewers can just type them and get you guys?
Our channel, I think we have it. I'll have to tell you later.
Okay, we'll hear it line. Yeah. And maybe... Okay, thank you. My name is Habongo Desert reporting for 3 News.